I'm Dr. George Flinn, and welcome back to How to Develop an Online Business at Minimum Cost and Minimum Work and Effort. Now, there's going to be some work, some effort, and remember, the first thing we talked about in this section was picking a niche. And at the end of the section, I will tell you some of the tools that you can use. Now, there are a lot online. You can use the Google keyword analytics, and it'll tell you what people are searching for. That is a good way to find out if your niche is, the one you've picked, is viable. Because if nobody's searching for it, not many people want it. If other people are overwhelmingly searching for it, that means the competition to get into that space, to get into that market is going to be quite difficult because you got so many competitors. But over here on one side, you may not have many competition, but it may mean nobody's interested in the product. So take your niche, what you've picked, Google it or put it in the Google search and look at the keyword analytics. They're easy to use, and plenty of people use them. People that with less experience than you have used those successfully. So look at the analytics, and then there are other tools out there that can help you cut through a lot of it. But if you know what you're doing, if you know how it's working, if you know how that tool is working, you can better adapt and adopt what they're saying to you. So what I want you to know is when you develop and you select a niche, it's not a one-time decision. It's a dynamic process, and it evolves over time. You may select something today, and the market trend may shift. Somebody may come up with a new app or a new use for whatever it is, and customer preferences change. New technologies emerge. What you selected, your target, may require some adjustments to remain relevant, may require changing totally. But I want you to embrace being adaptable, being able to change, being able to turn on a dime, we used to say, and be willing to understand the evolution occurs. You will evolve in what your niche is. That's your business. It may change a little bit, but it needs to remain responsive to the changing dynamics, what customers want, and it's got to continue to provide value to your audience. Niche selection. Now you can go online and you can Google niche, N-I-C-H-E, selection. You can put that in your search bar and then click on videos, and you're going to see all kind of ideas about how to select one. You may say you want to sell shoes. The shoes may be, do you want to have men's or women's shoes? Say you want to have women's shoes. And women's shoes, big niche, big one. So you say you want people that stand on their feet, say nurses. They stand on their feet a lot and look stylish, so they got to be comfortable and stylish. So all of a sudden you developed a niche that you're selling to primarily nurses or people that stand on their feet a lot. Shoes got to be comfortable, they've got to be stylish. Whereas if you get men, say golfers, that play golf and want to have good golf shoes that's going to improve their game, you've got another niche. But they're not the same. So you've got to decide, and meaning decide means you cut off, decide, cut off any other possibilities and go with that one possibility that you have decided on. So a couple of case studies. The businesses in the chosen niche, they're just, you just look, you Google them. small niche businesses. And you'll find people that are interested in auto emblems. They have a website, and they sell auto emblems. People that have, and who would think, and I know you're going to say something about this, but who would think baseball cards would have a big niche? Well, it does. It has a huge example. It's an example of people that love baseball cards. Go on eBay, see what's being sold. Go on Amazon, see what's being sold. Put in your product on Amazon and look and see who's selling it. What are they selling? Or just put in your product on the Google search word and see who's selling it, what are they selling, how can you do a better job? Now, if they're not selling much, or you might even call them up and say, how's business? If they're not selling much, maybe you ought to revise your thinking. But there are real-world examples out there that you can go into your niche and find out what you're interested in, really interested in, that's going to stand the test of time. Now, there are going to be niches out there that may be a little bit challenging. Let's just take, for example, the buggy whip. And at one time, the internet wasn't around, but at one time there were businesses selling buggy whips. It was a whip that you could make a noise and make the horse and carriage, the horse could, would hear the whip or feel the whip. It wouldn't hurt. I don't think it hurt them, but they would feel it and know to go. So the buggy whip. Then the car came out. And you can look, and there's stories about, this automobile, this horseless carriage will never take over. Never, ever take over. So the buggy whip business, they kept on manufacturing them and kept on selling them. And they noticed their market was going down, down, down. They were selling fewer and fewer. And finally, they're out of business. What did they not do? They picked a good niche for the time. The times changed, and all of a sudden, they didn't have a market. Now, there may be a few hundred sold, maybe 1,000 sold in the world in a year, maybe 10,000, but not many as compared with automobiles. So that's the type of dynamic or able to change with the changing marketplace. That's what we're talking about. And I want you to, once you pick your niche, once you find one that has enough interest, but not an overwhelming amount of interest, and one you're very interested in yourself and can have all the passion that you can ever muster in your entire life, and you love this product or you love this service, that's the one to go for. Once you've gone for it, once you build your business, you keep watching it, seeing if your business is going upward, leveling off, or going downward. All businesses have this cycle, believe it or not, going up, leveling off, and then going down. Unless the business owner or the people, the board of directors says, wait a minute, we're up here, we just leveled off, we're beginning to go down, let's do something, let's change something in the business, because something's replacing it. And online, they're called disruptors. There are a lot of, and that's not a bad word. It used to be, but it's not a bad word. They're going to disrupt an industry. What disrupted the taxi industry? The yellow taxi, yellow cab. Uber, Lyft, it disrupted it. And look what it did. What's disrupted local businesses? Amazon. That's what's disrupted them, because you can go online. That makes it easier for the customer. You go online, you order from them, they deliver it. You don't have to go out. You don't have to. But there's still stores out there called brick and mortar stores that people like to go into. I like to go into them. I also like to order online. But I like to go, when I'm buying something, I want to know, especially clothes or shoes or something that you're going to have in your home, you want to see it. You actually want to touch it. You want to see what it's like. What will it be like when it gets there? Because a lot of times you order online, even though as convenient as it is, things don't fit. The rug doesn't look right in the room. Something's wrong with it. And then you've got the product, shipping it back and taking the, sometimes they have a restocking fee. But if you go and look at it in the store where they have it physically there, you can see what you're getting. Now, that doesn't work with digital devices or digital services, but it does with physical services. So look carefully. You can have a unique place in the market, but it's going to take a little bit of looking at, and once you get there, once you become profitable, you've got to watch it and see what's happening, because other people are watching it too. And it's not like it's a cutthroat thing, but it is competition. Remember, we've got this ever-expanding realm, and it's expanding. It's not contracting. It's expanding. Selecting your product, your niche, we're going to call it, your target, is the thing that guides the entire rest of this journey. Now, I want you to understand the interplay of passion, profitability, market demand, and your authenticity. Passion, how much you love the product or you love the service. Is it profitable? Does it cost too much to put out into the market? Does the market demand it? Are people out there wanting it? Are people having a pain area? Is there an area of pain in their life where they can't do something? It's hard to do something. It's very cumbersome. Can you solve that problem? And if you can, you've got the perfect product. If you can solve someone else's pain, they're willing to work for, and pay you money for it, and you're authentic about it, you'll be well equipped to make this decision. Now, you're going to do a little research. Google is your biggest help. Years ago, it would take hours and days and weeks to even see all of that information about a product. So you don't have to do market research. You've got to do Google research. Real easy. I want you to reflect on it, think about it, and have a deep understanding of the needs and desires of your target audience. If it's a thing, make sure you click on the thing and look at it, and look at the comments about it. Has it helped people? Do they appreciate it, or do they not like it? The market will tell you what they want. They will tell you exactly how to solve their problem. So it's going to be a system where your vision is going to come to life. That's the exciting part about it. So when you embark on this voyage, remember, the right niche is not just a destination. It's not where you're going, but it's the foundation. It's the absolute foundation, the rock on which you're going to build your entire business. And it's going to be an empire. The more excited you are about it, the better it's going to be for you. The more enthusiasm you have for this business, it's infectious. It will come across online, offline. You'll be seen in radio, TV, newspaper, magazine. It's the key to it. What are you excited about? And that excitement will fuel and power everything you're doing. So I appreciate you being here. We're going to get into more of this niche development, and I look forward to seeing you next time in the next lesson. Thank you.